Welcome to the Friendly Talk podcast.
Yay, we back in this bitch.
We have a guest of honor.
Hi.
Miss Salma Hindy, who's a fellow comedian, fellow Arab woman. She's the voice on the new Rami animated show. She's super successful, famous in Canada.
True. Not hard to do that, but yes.
All around lovely, beautiful, hilarious friend who has talked me off jumping off the GW bridge one too many times. Salma Hindy.
Well, thank you for that, Salma. We need her here. We need you here.
We need her.
I called Salma while I was in Italy, crashing the fuck out. I was screaming and crying so badly on the phone. A soldier in Rome stopped me and was like, "You good?" in their language. I'm assuming he said "you good." I don't know what he said, but they were like on like a tank, like an army tank.
Whoa.
And I was like,
They be doing that in Rome? They're just
Do you
like,
remember
wow,
I'm like,
what's
give me a
going on?
minute.
Wait, hold on. What's that though? What's going on in
I
Rome?
was just, my friend was getting a tattoo, so I was waiting for her outside, and I called Selma, and something was going down, and I was just like, can you fucking believe this? I was losing my mind, and she was like, calm down. Selma was giving me great advice, and she was also very sweet. She was like, do you want advice? Do you want to vent? And I was just screaming like,
Thank you for asking that.
Yeah. I think like Nina was like, you know, Regina George rageful when she like starts screaming and then bursts into the room and gets the burn book. And like, that's how rageful Nina was. And then I was trying to be like, oh, let's just be zen about let's just be whatever. And she's like, no, bitch! Like, she's ready to burn things to the ground.
I was plotting revenge, and someone was like, this isn't like you. I was like, shut the fuck up. Like, it
Why
was
you cussing out the person you called? I'm
because
crying.
Nina's plan was like, listen, if you wanted revenge on someone who wronged you in like a week from now, cool. But her plan was like, and then in 3 years I'm gonna do this.
No, that's
and then in
3 years is OD.
Yeah.
Listen,
I was
there's
like,
no statute of limitation on revenge.
Nah, girl.
0.
3 years? Nah.
I'm a slap some bitch 20 years later. Remember 20 years ago what you did?
Yeah, that's
I
if you
didn't
don't see them
forget.
for 20 years. But if you've seen them within the 3 years, they need to be getting smacked every time you see them.
I was enraged.
it was such an elaborate plot, Eva.
Selma kept telling me that I was a crazy bitch, and I was like, you know what? I should have called someone else.
It's true.
But
And the
then
Italian soldier was saying the same shit. You just didn't understand him.
he was just talking in Italian, and I was like,
was
I'm
he
good.
hot at least?
He was cute.
Okay, well, at least
Then he
that.
saw the worst side of me, so I was like, damn, I blew it.
Oh, but
No,
you
but
know,
he wanted to check in on you. That's a gentleman. That's a
Thank
gentleman,
you to the
girl.
little white
that's
Italian
an available
soldier.
man.
Right. Where he at?
Rare.
Where is he at?
Yeah, and my friend's in there in the shop getting tatted in Rome. I'm outside screaming on the phone to Selma. I'm buying drugs, getting them shipped to her house.
This
It
is
was
a lit
whole
story. I'm not
thing.
gonna lie to you. This story kind of lit. I know it's supposed to be sad, but this shit lit.
But I you know,
I feel like I'm there in Italy with you right now.
yeah, no. Selma was like, "Calm down, Nina. This isn't you." And I was like, "This is me." It wasn't me. I changed my mind the next day. I just needed a good night's sleep.
Yeah, but when you have your crash outs, you always come back to reality, which is good.
Yeah.
Some people sit in that shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
She was just like, you were telling me how bad revenge was, and I was like, we're two different people. I fully believe that revenge is justified.
Really? I be letting go, letting God, honey.
I just feel like as a source of motivation, because I'm someone who loves to have an external source of motivation. Okay, rebelling against my father, trying to chase a man. I love these being my sources of motivation, but they run out. They're not sustainable. That's why you were like, and then 4 years in, I'm gonna like wake up and show up at his house, and I was like, what?
I was planning arson.
Yeah.
It was like crazy. I was out of my mind angry. I've never been more angry in my whole life than that moment. I called her. But you know what?
Well, it was because of a man or like finances or a friend.
Bitch, you know exactly
It was
what.
a man. It was a man.
It's always a man. Okay, they've been making you uglier. The bad ones, they make you ugly.
I truly believe a bad relationship will make you ugly.
Yeah.
And unfunny.
Oh, those are the scariest things.
That's the worst.
But you see how as comedians we gasp at unfunny before ugly? Because I always tell people, like, people tell me I'm funny is my favorite compliment.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, you bad. I'm like,
Yeah.
you
But you
funny?
know-
Oh, really?
Well, I just recently became hot last year. So when people tell me I'm smart, I'm like, shut the fuck up. And then they're like, you're hot. I'm like, thank you.
I hate when men are lustful. It's like, do you not know how funny I am?
Yeah.
Do you-
But they get jealous because men think it's solely their job to be funny.
That's why you got to find a man who genuinely loves a funny woman. And there's men who be like, oh, I love when a girl's funny. No, you don't.
Right.
No, you don't.
Yeah. And they can like riff with you, you know what I mean? They like.
I've had guys tell me that the only reason I get booked is because I'm a diversity hire, or
fuck off.
or because I have a lot of followers. Oh, you're a pretty girl. Of course they're gonna book you. And I'm like, no, sir. I'm just funnier than you. That's why they pick me over
nothing. So if anything, pretty hurts you.
Thank you.
Right.
Thank you.
When you get on stage, people automatically, who this bitch? I'm not. She better be funny.
Yeah.
You have to fight through that.
True.
And that everybody else, they give a chance at least. Oh, let me see what you gotta say.
He was just mad that I was funnier than him.
Oh, yeah.
And more successful in comedy, and he just couldn't handle it. He needed to make himself feel better about why he's a failed comedian. So he was like, it's because I'm not a young, pretty girl. And it's like, no, it's because you suck.
Right.
But if that was the case, there would be much more successful, pretty young women in comedy.
Yeah.
True. Yeah, I mean, also, they're like, men are just jealous of like young, beautiful women because we get attention that they could never get.
Yeah,
like, and
100%.
Good and bad attention,
Right.
but also you have power with that.
But those are weak men, though. Like a
know.
real ass man is gonna be attracted to that. Like,
yeah, true.
and I feel like that's like borderline like gay to be jealous of a woman. Like that's
So funny.
Very
You're like,
borderline
you
gay.
equally enough to be jealous of
Yeah,
us?
like I've never seen a man. I'm like, this. Oh, he's trying to. I know what are you trying to do. It's like we're in two complete separate lanes.
I know.
World. You stand to piss. Like there's nothing that you and I should ever be competing for.
But because a lot of them, the toxic ones especially, they see women as like something they need to conquer. Or
Yeah, and that's what it is. Yeah, like bitch, who do you think you are?
Yeah.
Stay in a woman's lane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In a bitch's place is more like what they say.
It's funny. I have my notes on the podcast, and literally it says episode 1, Salma Hindy, male comedians suck.
That's so funny. We nailed it. We didn't even have to try.
Look at that shit. I
I
didn't
didn't even look at my screen, and the conversation happened organically.
Well, with male comics, okay, so I'm new to New York. I don't know anybody. Like, I don't have like a network or like a family or family friends or whatever. So the only people I know are comedians. Therefore, they're kind of like the only people that I'm like considering for dating. And they're just like the worst option because like so many women, literally a female comic took me in the stand bathroom last week and like pinned me to the corner. And she's like, listen to me. I'm about to impart wisdom on you that other female comedians imparted on me. Okay. If you're dating a male comedian and he's doing even 1% better than you, that man will sabotage you, your career, the relationship, and himself. And then some other woman who like worked at the stand was like agreeing. She was at the sink and like agreeing. It literally was like a scene from a movie. They were like, don't fucking do it. And they're right. Like, I see that like their dating life is so different because they clean up, like they get a lot of women if they're funny after a show. Whereas with us, like, I'm not getting any men after a show. If I do, it's like a really creepy one that I'm like, I have to wait inside the green room till he leaves. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I've met some like before, you know what I'm saying? I've met guys after the show, but it's like I would never take them to the room or nothing. Like that's, you don't want to put your life in danger.
Yeah.
But men can go to the room with a bitch and there's nothing.
True.
It's so annoying when a guy gets off stage, and I've seen so many men just be so mediocre and not do, and I crushed. And I'm like, were we at the same show? How did you crush? In what world did you crush? Oh yeah, they loved that joke. Everyone was dying, and it was like a giggle in the corner, and like one giggle in the back.
Nina, you gotta love the confidence.
So crazy.
The delusion.
I've seen male comedians rewatch their own stuff over and over and over again. And I'm like, no one watches your stuff more than you do. And it's like, it's a little psychotic. You're like, if I had the confidence you had, or any woman that looks at them, oh, she wants me.
Right.
She's in love with me. I've had guys literally tell me like, oh, I could have bagged that stripper if I wanted to. And I'm like, sir, she's using you for tip money.
Yeah, they don't
like
know that. It's a role. She's playing a role.
They're like, no.
But they're so confident.
I have a special connection with her.
Oh,
yeah.
It had nothing to do with this money in my hand.
They really think they're special.
Or one guy was telling me like, oh, I was in a movie. Like if I went outside, like girls would have thrown themselves at me. He had one line in the movie.
Dude,
Stop.
it's the one saying that
Stop.
though that you should
It's
know.
like I should have that level of confidence.
I know.
Oh, I love when Nina
And
says stop.
he has that level of confidence, and it's so unjustified. And you're like, you're so crazy.
I know. Ugh. That's why you got to check these people. You know, just.
But Selma has a monthly show called Not My Father's Daughter.
Okay.
It's a very successful show. I always text her last minute.
Where's it at?
All over New York.
I would love to have you on it.
Yes,
girly.
please have me on.
Hell yeah.
I be texting Selma, can I do 5 minutes?
You guys have a free 5-minute pass forever, and also I'm gonna be.
Let me tell you the audacity of men. I performed at Selma's last Not My Father's Daughter show.
What happened?
I prepared a set. I was ready. I rehearsed whatever. This guy in the corner, a straight white male, of course, comes out of nowhere and goes, "Can I do 5 minutes?" And he's never done comedy before. And he gets on stage and bombs his dick off. And everyone is just walking out one, because it was so, and the confidence he had to do that, I'm like, only a man can do something like that. Like, a woman would think 2, 3, 4 times before she ever tries anything new for the first time.
I know.
And this man just jumps on stage and does comedy and just bombs.
But has no self-awareness. Like, he genuinely felt like he killed.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Selma, he's like in the middle of a joke. Selma grabs me and goes, "You have 10 seconds.
You grabbed the mic from him? Oh, shit.
I said,
because it was like...
he also made a joke about killing himself, and I said, "I wish you would."
Oh,
Very
my
loud.
gosh.
Nina goes, "So do it. Kill
Do
yourself."
it. Do it. Just do it. Rid the world of another straight white male.
Dude,
Please.
it's just the fact that, like, yeah, that delusion where you think your life is so unique and special and different than everybody else's. And yeah, it's a lot of arrogance and ego. And
The amount of men who tell me they want to do one-man shows, and it's like, what's so special about your life?
yeah,
That you did drugs and fucked hookers?
yeah.
That sounds like every other guy in LA and New York. Like, it's nothing like, you've
I
done
know.
nothing with your life other than drugs
I know.
And sex.
and destroy your body and your future and have nothing to show for it. What do you want to talk about?
I know. I don't know. Like,
Culture you don't have. Family you don't have. A life that you built you don't have.
and there's a lot of comics, like, I was, like, the last guy I was, like, seeing, like, I watch his comedy and he hustles a lot and puts a lot into it, but, like, he's not saying anything. Like, he's just doing it. And I get confused with a lot of these comics because I'm like, are you in it because you love the craft or because you have, like, a deep message to say, or do you just want to be famous? Like,
Famous, they want to be seen.
They want to be seen, yeah.
Or a lot of times they're fans of comedy and they like, "Oh, I could do that too." And like, a lot of people think because I like this, I watch Netflix specials all the time, I could do this shit too. And that's not how it works, bro.
It's not. I don't know. I gravitate towards people who've had, like, a unique life or some substance behind them, like, which usually means, like, trauma and then processing and healing. Like, do you know what I mean?
Like when my Netflix came out,
Yeah, congratulations, by the way.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yes, make sure y'all watch my Netflix at Netflix Introducing Eva Evans on YouTube. But yes, so when my shit came out, this guy hit me up. He's like, "Oh yeah, like, you inspired me to do comedy because, like, if you can do it," and end up on
Bitch, who do you think you're talking to?
But baby, you gotta let them talk. I've decided that I'm not taking on everybody's shit.
No.
Your hatred and your words, I'm not gonna absorb that into my
Block.
It's
Oh
blocked
my
because
God.
that is do you know how difficult it was for me as a Black, attractive young woman to go from open mics to Netflix without sucking a dick? Come on, son.
And that's the real.
That's the real shit.
But here's the thing.
Yeah.
Men who don't have that level of success will just say, "Oh, she did suck dick," because they can't fathom the fact that you excelled and they didn't. So it has to be that.
Has to be.
Because how did you get it and not that?
Yeah, how did you get there?
Honey,
it gotta
we're
be.
funnier than you guys. That's it.
I stand by it.
Like, that's it.
and we have, like, important perspectives to share that's actually unique and not means, like, you know what I mean, not super mainstream. Like, what is a straight white man gonna tell me that I haven't already heard a million times in every angle? I know everything about you, you know? Drugs.
Although there are some, like, straight white men who I do enjoy watching, but it's like they have their specific, like, voice, you know what I mean?
Yes, they're very into the craft and, like, they are, that.
But there's a
We're not
lot of
talking about
douchebags.
you. Bill Burr, we're not talking
I know,
about you.
girl, I was just thinking about his ass. I'm like, I
talking
love
about
me some
every
Bill
other
Burr.
person.
Yeah,
I love Bill Burr down, honey.
When we say that we hate white male comics, not you, honey.
Yeah, we do not mean this man right here, Bill Burr.
Everyone else, though, if you think we're talking about you, it's because we are.
Yeah.
But no, Not My Father's Daughter. Do you want to tell us the story behind it? Because Selma is a Canadian refugee.
I'm literally a refugee from Canada. Okay, things are worse here. Healthcare is not free.
Oh yeah.
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 But basically, I was, like, super religious and practicing, but I like grew up in, like, a cult. Okay, like, my dad was very, very strict. He's an imam, which is like a pastor, like a priest, like a Muslim priest.
Okay.
Yeah. just without the pedophilia part, but
Right.
but still very misogynistic.
That part's universal.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I took the hijab off after wearing it for 22 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I wore it when I was 7 and I took it off when I turned 30. And then that was bad enough. Like I got kicked out of the family WhatsApp group. Okay, yeah, drama.
Not the WhatsApp.
The family WhatsApp group.
Salma Hindy has been removed.
That's the worst. And it was like Baba removed Salma Hindi. Yeah. No, it was the worst.
Oh, baby, I'm sorry.
I know.
I'm laughing just because I've heard this before, not because it's funny.
Right.
Dude, no.
No, it's you gotta laugh at shit like that.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
It's so dark that like you have to just make it funny. But basically, then my siblings were trying to like convince him, and then I started talking about sex on stage. I talked about how I lost my virginity, and then I posted it online, and at that point it was like major cutoff, and he like freaked out. And then last year, like he was just like on my ass, like he was like, take you down your videos, blah blah blah. And then he asked me straight up, like, are you ever gonna change? And I was like, no. And then he was like, well then, I cannot consider you my daughter, and you are the enemy of Islam. That's literally what he said to me. And then
That dramatic.
so dramatic.
sorry.
Yeah. And then I started this show. Like I was on my way to a show on the train, and I was like literally sobbing on the train. And then I get there, and I'm like, so anyways, my dad's not talking to me. And everyone's like, hilarious, literally being a comic. And then, but yeah, I started this show shortly after called Not My Father's Daughter, where I just like talk about daddy issues and try out new material. And then people come do their sets, but I try and encourage them to like talk about daddy or bonus mommy issues, which I also have.
So your whole so you're just exiled from the family. Like there's no community. What about your siblings? They talk to you?
So I have 4 siblings. I'm the youngest of 5. 2 of them, my oldest sister, oldest brother, don't talk to me. They've had me blocked also for a couple of years. One of them, my brother, like if I message him, he'll answer, but there's no real like active relationship. And then my other sister, I just talked to her today. She's the only one in contact with me, but like we talk once every few months or something. We had to even do therapy for a few months before we were actually able to like get to a place where we were.
Wow. Well, at least y'all tried.
Yeah. She was also cut off by my father for 7 years or like 8 years growing up.
So she know where you coming from.
Exactly. But she
for the same reason though?
No, because she married a man without my dad's permission. And he's Pakistani and my family's racist, unfortunately.
Oh.
Yeah, there's racism in the Muslim community.
Damn. So your father would hate my black ass because I'm tatted. I'm talking about all types of wild shit.
He would probably be so scared of you, but like intimidated by you, but also like,
when I see him, I'm like, boom.
Yeah, exactly.
Can I troll your Can I have his number? I would love to text him.
But he would like you because you have your hijab. Oh no, you talk crazy on stage.
No, but I want to just text him from a
And you
text-free
box.
app and just be like, you ain't shit. Like,
That's so funny. You guys would love my father. He's very charming. He's like a Muslim Santa Claus, massive white beard, like nice and chubby. And he's such a people. He's the comedian. Like when he got mad at me when I started comedy, I was like, who do you think I got it from?
Wow.
Literally
Wow.
you. Yeah. So he's very calm and like nice externally, but then at home, like, very explosive, very like angry.
well, he's just like a representation of the Muslim community as a whole, because I feel like, especially on social media, the Muslim community is very toxic.
Yeah.
And very judgmental and very mean.
We are like the most hated people on TikTok in the Muslim community.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Which is crazy because we don't do anything. Like, and also here's the thing. We get a lot of hate, but we also get a lot of support. But a lot of the support is done in private, which I don't like.
Yeah.
Like a lot of girls will message me privately and be like, I don't understand all the hate you get. You're so inspiring and you're so this and you're so that. But like they wouldn't write it like on a comment.
Well, because they're scared.
Yeah.
They're scared of what they would get.
Exactly. So it's like a lot of, all my comments are filled with hate and then all my DMs are filled with love.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
So it's nice. It's nice. I try not to
Yeah.
pay attention to the hate, but it's hard not to.
Yeah. I get both. I get like a lot of hate, and then a lot of messages that are like, I'm closeted and my family doesn't know and they're religious, or like I'm not out to them. And like a lot of girls just being like, how did you do it? Like, how did you get out of your parents' home? And how did you like move past the trauma? And like, how did you give yourself permission to feel joy in life? Like, Yeah, and then they're literally like reaching, they're struggling like a lot of people. But then those people, they can't like my posts because
Right, for the same reason that they can't leave comments on Nina's.
exactly, they can't leave like an electronic footprint where they
Damn, son.
Selma and I also have mental health issues, but it's not because we're Muslims, it's because we're comedians.
Well, yeah, all comedians are nice.
Yeah, all comedians are crazy. But we are in our healing era, so we did decide to go to a therapy group together. It was
Y'all
every
too?
Saturday, yes. It was like an open thing where it's kind of like AA for people with anxiety.
Okay.
You go to the class, you go and you say your names and you say what you're anxious about and all. It's all this, it's really nice, right? And you just talk about like your traumas, but it's mainly surrounded it's mainly about like relationships and relationships with your family or relationships like with loved ones or boyfriends or girlfriends or whatever. So it's very niche. One time we were sitting in class, and this woman comes in and she starts going off about the Holocaust and about people in Israel getting bombed and just nothing to do with anything that was on topic. So another woman jumps in and she goes, hey, like, let's keep the therapy session about therapy and not politics, which I thought was really nice and accurate because
that's what therapy is about.
Yeah. And and war in the Middle East has nothing to do with anything that we're here for. So this other woman jumps in, mind you, all white women. This other woman jumps in and she goes off and she goes, that's her truth and let her speak what she wants to talk about. This is a safe space and blah, blah, blah. So the original woman that shared her story starts crying and talking about how she's Jewish and she feels unsafe because Selma and I are in the class.
Wow.
Like she starts just going off. Like it became this whole insane just fight. And me and Selma are just sitting there like, what is happening? So then I say something. I'm just like, I don't even remember what I said, but the instructor goes, you out of everyone don't talk. Yeah. And I was like,
to you?
Yeah. And I was like, this is all because I'm wearing a hijab and she got triggered by my existence. So a black woman gets up and goes, I'm not going to be part of this. You're obviously racist. And
There's always a black woman to speak up for other people.
Yes, I was like,
that's all we always do.
So me and Selma get up and we storm out. Me, Selma, and the black women storm out. And all the white girls are just going off. The girls crying.
Playing victim
for no reason.
I mean, that's what they do well.
For no reason.
They do that very well.
Like, she obviously saw me wearing a hijab and just got triggered that I exist and just went off about the Holocaust. Like, it was so random and insane. Me and Salma left the class laughing. We wrote to them. We emailed them. We complained. Not a response.
I'm sorry.
No response.
Yeah, it was pretty shitty. I used to go there like twice a week and then...
Salma used to go there twice a week. It was a little far from where I live, so I used to go once a week. But that was literally the most insane like therapy experience I've ever had.
Yeah. It was like a bunch of white women there and like it's supposed to be like a community group, right? It's like they stole all the structure from AA essentially and they're copying it where it's like you hold each other accountable and you promote each other's growth.
It's a great program.
But they were not executing it with any sort of warmth or care. And it took that moment for me to realize like these white women don't give a fuck about me. They don't want us to heal. They just want to give themselves stage time because there's rules like you share your story but you can only talk for 3 minutes and then they give you like the timer. And so many of them like when they start talking
they're
like
going off about nothing.
Yeah, you can tell they just want attention. I'm like, bitch, go to an open mic. Like, why are you here?
Their trauma. And I hate to like, everyone has trauma in their own way. And I hate to sound like a bitch and like belittle someone else's trauma, but sometimes it's not that traumatic and you're just a weak ass bitch. Like, I'm sorry, these white women were like, it was a whole lot of nothing. You're like, there's people like getting raped by their family and getting abused and this and that. And you're like, my dad didn't tell me good morning when I was 5.
You're like, shh. When my parents got divorced.
You're like,
that's always what it is. Divorce.
I wish my parents got divorced. They hated each other growing up.
Divorce be having them fucked up 30 years later.
I had to put my dog down. And you're like, that's sad, but you shouldn't be in therapy for that. Like,
yeah, alcoholic parent. These are like regular themes that come up.
Yeah.
Alcoholic parent, divorced parents. And then, but like a lot of them were talking, like what Nina's saying, they were talking about like general universal themes that like, sorry, it's just part of growing up. Like I always felt isolated in high school. I felt really quiet, but I always wanted to be loud. I was like,
regular degular.
That was all about it. Yeah, that's regular schmegular.
In middle school, I lost my dog, right? And we had put flyers around the place.
Yeah.
I came to my locker the next day, and my bully took all the flyers down and had them fall out of my, like, when I opened my locker, they all fell out. And then he wrote, like, oh, I hope the dog's dead all over and every flyer. And you know what I'm saying? And it's just like, you know, obviously it's still, you know, when I think about it, it hurts, but it's like, I'm not in therapy for this shit. Maybe I should be. All right, maybe I take that back. But it's,
I'm like that was a core wound. That's actually a core wound of yours, and like you have to like
yeah, but it's like, but the bitch is alright. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, you know,
right.
You were quiet in high school. No one wanted to fuck you in this 12th grade. You'll be alright.
Yeah, exactly.
You'll be alright.
It's like she was just describing growing pains, which is like, you know, being a teenager, being in high school. I couldn't do it again. That was rough.
No, I couldn't. But I was targeted. Like, it's like there's difference between bullying and target. Like, that's not regular bullying. Like, to take the flyers down.
Think it was racism?
No, it was another black kid. He just hated my guts for whatever reason. I was targeted.
In love with you.
I was targeted because
men are.
It's a man. It was a man.
Yeah, it was. All my bullies were always boys, even to this day.
Oh my god!
Even
yeah,
to this day,
they all want to fuck you.
Grown ass men.
All of them
to this motherfucking day.
The people in my DMs hating me are men. I stand by my Subway take 10 toes down. If you guys don't watch it, watch my Subway take. But I 100% agree. And what's funny is, I don't know if you saw it, my Subway take was basically that straight men shouldn't be on social media, should be only girls and gays. Unless you take a psych eval. And then you're allowed. And all the guys were cursing me out. I'm like, you guys are proving my point.
Well, my thing is,
you guys are literally proving why I said what I said.
But my thing is, you don't have the power to change social media, so why are they upset with you?
Because it's my opinion, and
that's what I'm saying. Is
have opinions.
It's like, I could understand if she had, like, if she was Elon Musk in this motherfucker, and she has the power to take men off the platform.
No, they're pretending she's Judge Judy and she's about to like hit the guy.
You're no shade, but like you have no power over nobody's life.
They just get triggered because a woman is speaking.
If she says y'all shouldn't be on social media, it's not gonna affect you, sir.
Yeah,
so
relax.
Why the emotion?
Yeah. You can still like bikini pictures. Don't worry, buddy.
Just scroll past it. Like, I be telling people, I'm like, you can scroll past my black ass. It's so easy. Let me show you how to do it. It's so easy.
I also, because we have to wrap up soon, I also wanted Selma to be able to talk about her new podcast that she just launched.
Oh, yes.
You have me on there?
Yes. Good. Girl, I would love to have you on it. You're going to have to convert to Islam first.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
I'm kidding. Right now, so it's called The Secret Sex Lives of Muslim Women, but I'm going to have like episodes where other women can come on and talk about different parts of their sex lives that they want to talk about or that they're interested in. But basically, I never was taught sex education. Nobody that I know in the Muslim community was taught it in Islamic school or from their families or anything. And like, sex is still a big taboo. Like, literally, a Muslim woman in 2025 in her 30s coming out publicly to her family and to the public, like saying that she is sexually active, is the same as like someone coming out as gay in the 70s. Like, the stakes are so high.
Yeah.
You will literally lose your credibility and your safety in the community. So a lot of people are coming on anonymous. A lot of Muslim women are going to be coming on anonymously to talk about different things like getting sexually assaulted, being queer, getting an abortion, things that Muslim girls be doing all the time, but we just don't know about it.
It's on the hush hush though.
It's very hush hush because, you know, the reputation. And I'm not going to expose their reputations except for the ones who are brave enough to go public. But I am just going to share their stories so that people know like what's happening with Muslim girls, and then Muslim girls can learn from each other and use this as like a public service or like a resource, you know, because we be lost. Like, growing up, every Muslim girl had like a white friend or like a non-Muslim friend who they would talk to about their sex life or about their romantic life.
Y'all need that outlet.
Yeah, you need the outlet, and you need someone out of your community that's not going to take it back to your community and not expose you.
We have very small communities. Everyone knows everyone, and everyone talks about everyone. It's pretty toxic. It's awful.
Yeah.
Damn, son.
There's one girl who like talked about getting an STD after she slept with the MSA president, which is the MSA is the Muslim Students Association. It's a big group in every university, every college, and like the people who are like the president is usually supposed to be like the most religious, supposed to be the most like you know, the leader, and
he's a dirty whore.
Yeah,
as most men are.
But I'm just so excited to bring these stories to life because like
people
there's
hear what's going on.
Yeah, and
it's just reality of life.
Exactly.
Just because you don't talk about it doesn't mean it's not happening.
Right.
Exactly.
Like,
And like, it's so funny because this is the excuse that America uses to like bomb the Middle East. They'll be like, oh, they're like sexually repressed and they're anti-queer. And I'm like, So you think bombing's them? Is the
Yeah, but killing them
solution?
is what does that to do? Again, it doesn't affect you. So why are you?
Yeah,
gotta
no,
kill people?
white feminists love to do that. They'll be like, "You women don't have no rights in Iran." So I'm like, so you should kill them?
Exactly.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
So now I want to be like,
And the liberal feminists only care about Muslim women when it's time to kill them.
yeah.
That's the only time they ever talk about it.
Or when it's time to like rip their hijabs off. They love to be mad about the hijab.
Yeah.
It bothers them so much. They just love to be like, they're like, let's just be mad about this, you know?
Hopefully by the time this episode comes out, we are not in a full-blown war with Iran. Or, I mean, if we are, let us know so I don't pay my rent tomorrow.
You feel me?
Because like rent is due tomorrow. And I'm like, if we're going to just
Oh, I got my rent check today,
the
but I've
whole
always
world is gonna
redeposited.
implode, what's the point of paying it? Might as well go like
Yeah.
gamble there or do something fun.
Yeah. Highest.
I love a good casino.
Yeah.
I've never gambled actually.
It's so addicting
Really?
and fun and awful.
I hate it.
It just seems stressful.
And yeah, I was mad
But
stressed.
it's
I was sick to my
fun.
stomach. I'm like, I was fucking.
Remy, do you gamble? Am I the only heathen in this room that
You ain't the only heathen, but you the only gambler.
Did you see that video? I saw it on TikTok. It was like these two men like clapping and throwing 100 down, and the caption was like betting $100 that the operator at the gambling addiction hotline is a woman, and he won. It was so funny.
Damn.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Selma, thank you for coming.
Yes,
on.
thank you,
Oh my God,
baby.
thanks for
And you look
coming.
so
I love
beautiful.
you
Thank
guys.
you.
Little Egyptian princess. I love you guys. Like and subscribe.
Yes, please.